Hello, I'm Retro the Mini.
My name is Velvet Glowblind.
I am Mega Silver the Mind, master of all YouTubing.
And I'm Lacari Westgate.
And it is here, folks. The death
Performing
battle.
for you.
This better live up to our expectations.
And I kind of set my expectations to reasonable levels.
My expectations, I say Illumination is the one who's doing this.
Yeah, so,
I haven't seen any fight footage, so yeah, I'm just hoping that this is a good death battle, because you know how disappointed me and Shimoda were with Kratos versus Ashura.
I mean, Wile E. Coyote versus Tom was very...
Which
It was weak.
Which you think is going to be better? Coyote versus Acme or Death Battle's Coyote versus Tom?
That's hard to figure out.
Hard comparison, because we're comparing a death battle to a feature-length film.
Yeah.
Anyways, 2000, 19, 18, 17.
Oh, I guess I haven't heard about how people were complaining about the models, I guess.
No.
Hey,
Yeah.
got it.
Okay, you might want to unmute.
4.
3,
Here
2,
we go.
1.
Gru versus Megamind.
You either die a despicable villain or live long enough to become an admirable hero.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
People love to joke about that line from The Dark Knight a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
Evil never dies. It merely goes dormant, waiting for a villain to arise and spread its name to the darkest corners of the earth.
Like a man so evil, he cuts in line at the coffee shop and makes balloon animals for kids and then pops them in their face. What a despicable man.
The world would surely tremble at his name, Gru.
Really? Just Gru? Doesn't have some sort of stage name or like doctorate or, you know?
Felonious Gru, son of the supervillain known as the Bald Terror.
Oh man, he's so dead.
Even as a small child, Gru had big aspirations. He could make
Bald.
And this dog?
Wait, we even have
His
email?
arsenal grew
Boys,
even more
fellas,
with the help
Gru
of his new
Senior.
best buddy, Dr. Nefario.
It's funny how
Now
his brother's first name is
supervillain
Drew, so
game.
his
Come
name
on,
is
man.
With
Gru
Nefario's
Gru.
help, Gru's gadgets, Gru gadgets.
Oh my god.
Flamethrowers, sticky fingers, fantastic entertainment for 2-year-olds, and a fully weaponized airship. Though I must question this thing's aerodynamics.
It's loaded up with wing-mounted machine guns, a rocket thruster that can escape the Earth's atmosphere, and a whole lot of missiles.
Despite the impressive firepower, Gru's go-to weapon seems to be his freeze ray.
Oh
which
yeah,
in case most
I'm
people
gonna
realize with
predict
a
that if the
single shot-
dehydration gun is used, the freeze rate can cancel it out.
That's
'cause
actually
it's
a good thing, yeah.
Because it's like a liquid-based weapon.
Swiped the crown
Yeah, it
jewels
could
when he
actually.
was only a kid, nabbed the New York City Jumbotron just for fun, and even stole both the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty.
From Las Vegas.
Yeah, but he wasn't good at being bad. A lot of his schemes kind of blew up in his face.
The line dividing genius from moron is a thin one. Just look at us.
Oh yeah, my back hurts from carrying all the genius between us.
Regardless, while Gru may not have been the infamous villain he'd hoped, he did earn the loyalty of a few guys.
Guys,
Yeah, guys, like little guys. There's Kevin, Bob, Stuart, Otto, Billy, Larry, John, Liam, Chad.
oh, the Minions! And that's not
You
just
know, that
their
last one,
role,
Chad,
it's
is not
the
an actual
actual
minion
name
name, I
of their
think.
species.
Right. The Minions have existed since the dawn of life itself, over 3 billion years ago, and they all follow one instinct: to serve the biggest, baddest, most despicable villain they can find.
T-Rexes, Count Dracula, AI artists, whatever evil they can
Yeah.
You know?
But finding their big boss
I don't like that, actually.
not so much.
The amount of times the Minions have incidentally caused the death of their own bosses is staggering.
Wait, didn't one of them serve the Queen of England?
What about it?
nothing.
Oh, I like
The
that
minions
changed
witnessed
into.
Gru's villainy firsthand and decided that he would be the next big boss they follow.
It worked out like PB&J, because like Gru, these guys do machines.
The minions invented
Jesus, look how old they are.
centuries
Yeah.
before humans did. They somehow crafted
Oh!
Yeah.
instruments while living in the Arctic. So naturally, building Gru's absolutely massive evil lair proved a simple task.
They're geniuses. They once pulled off a jailbreak by building a flying machine out of prison outfits, vans, computers, and toilets. Aisle Cedars are in shambles right now.
And
Wow.
they're seemingly
Okay, I've never
invulnerable,
watched
having
Super
been
Meat Tree, though.
smashed flat, set on fire, and
It's
exploded by
okay.
missiles
Yeah.
even inside their own mouths. But also, they're possibly immortal? Kevin here has been around since the dawn of their species, which means Kevin is 3 billion years old.
And their numbers keep increasing. Over 10,000 minions clock into work every day.
And
Thanks,
yet, in a
Mr.
real
Nuclear.
work setting, they'd be fired in minutes.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like a banana, a popsicle, a butt, or anything remotely silly to distract them enough for plans to go off course. But these guys love TikTok.
It's no wonder that, even with thousands of minions at his back, Gru still couldn't cut it as a supervillain. Maybe it was time to hang up the freeze ray for good, but not before taking a chance at his ultimate dream.
Still da bone.
Easier said than
Yeah.
done.
Oh no, really? The moon?
When he couldn't get the shrink ray he needed on his own, Gru required a new, even more despicable weapon.
Children. Somehow it
Children.
worked. Dream of the century, here we go.
How tragic that through all the dance recitals and unicorns, Gru discovered the joys of fatherhood.
Oh, story of my
Boy.
life.
I mean,
I'm
go.
so proud of her. Anyway,
Oh.
out with the villain and in with the bedtime stories.
But even though he turned a new leaf for his daughters, Gru wasn't done commanding his minion army. Now he'd just do it as not a villain, by joining the Anti-Villain League.
The AVL hooked him up with lipstick tasers and goop grenades, mini submarines and high-tech cars, and some great date nights
Punched
with
out
the
a
future
shark.
Mrs. Gru.
Survived being
Things
eaten
are
by a
looking up,
shark.
buddy.
5 minions even underwent experimental procedures to become more powerful than before. The Mega Minions.
Tim stretches. Dave got super strength. Gus got super strength and flight. Sorry, Dave. Jerry became an indestructible brick monster who eats live bombs. He's my favorite. And Mills' new laser eye can blast through the planet and hit a satellite on the other side in less than a second.
Calculating its speed across the Earth, that's 5% the speed of light.
So, Gru's true calling wasn't being a villain at all. He's an anti-villain, and he's good at it too. This guy can dodge heat-seeking missiles and casually punch out a shark in one shot. All because he was in full dad mode.
But the most incredible element here is easy to miss. For billions of years, the minions have had the
well, that's
biological
an analysis,
drive to
actually.
serve the greatest villain they
I
can
mean,
find.
there's lots of
And
movies
yet,
and-
despite Gru's turn away from villainy, they chose to continue serving him. The minions' love for Gru is so strong, it overwrote their primordial genetic code.
They still see greatness in him, even now. After all, Felonious Gru will go to the moon and back to keep his family safe. Wait, Kevin, don't touch that button!
Okay, Megamind should be up
My
next,
button.
but there is a chance that it got totally
it's
new
Chad.
by DreamWorks since they hit our preview last
Ah.
Don't worry, we have a plan. You can watch the complete Crew vs. Megamind episode on deathmetal.gg. That's our website. It's linked below. It has every episode of Death Metal uncut.
Wait,
unfiltered,
hold on.
uncensored.
Is that going to be paid?
Even the weird
Probably.
parts.
It's kind of like our own private Patreon with
Yeah.
memberships that support the show directly. And for this week, you can get a membership for a month for free by using the code PRESENTATION. All caps.
Of
Every
course.
member gets all sorts of extra goodies and behind-the-scenes stuff, but the important thing is you'll be able to watch the unaltered Groove vs. Megamind episode for free.
So head to deathbattle.com
Alright.
right now and use code
Well, damn.
PRESENTATION
Yeah.
for a free month of membership.
I mean, we're still gonna have to use the one we're currently watching, so.
Yeah.
What happens when the villain wins? On a grim, dark day, the citizens of Metro City learned the horrifying answer
I
to
love
that
when they use
question. When their
Death Note
hero,
when he didn't
their Metro
win.
Man, was lost
Yeah.
forever. Bested by the fearsome supervillain destined for greatness, Megamind.
Cause if your rival's name is gonna be that on the nose, you better match that energy. Their feud goes way back to when they escaped their dying planet Superman style, and immediately got in each other's way.
While Metro Baby landed in a nice and cozy home, he caused the weird blue kid to crash land in prison and literally grow up behind bars. What kind of city government would make the kid stay in jail?
It wasn't as bad as you'd think. He was a perfect fit for the Metrocity prison for the criminally gifted.
Metro City.
But while everyone outside bars loved that new kid who could fly, they weren't too keen on the boy with the big blue head and his constant string of destructive accidents.
So if he was going to be the bad guy no matter what, why not embrace it and become a true supervillain?
Huh, sounds kinda like you. Megamind is a genius inventor, creating weapons to stage prison breaks before...
I see the small text. Look, oh, that small text. I know what it says.
Crime-starting career,
Baby
facing
seal
off with his destined rival
Yeah.
over and over again.
And Megamind's got everything he needs. An invisible car for getaways, assuming he can find the thing. A hover bike for flying and shooting at the same time, if he can multitask. Lasers, bombs, bubble guns, baseball
Video
bats,
games.
boots, and more
Yeah.
galore.
But his go-to is the D-gun, a laser pistol with various possible effects, such as destroying, decelerating,
What about the rest of that stuff? It's just the dehydration gun to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect a guy calling
He
himself...
forgot about dehydration.
Look at all the D-guns modes.
He probably based the entire thing around his favorite setting, dehydration, which turns people and objects into tiny cubes for
They
easy
used,
storage, though they
the
can be
second
returned to
movie.
normal with a drop of water.
He did keep the whole mind thing running with his horde of henchmen, the brain bots. These mini-mechs follow Megamind's every command.
Yeah. Yeah, he's acting it out.
In your life.
Which, according to the director's commentary, is made up of over 100
Oh, that's the fact
brain
we told us.
bots. Though,
Yeah.
Ironically, I wouldn't call his brain bots, smart. That designation goes to Megamind's proper minion, Minion!
Minion serves many roles for Megamind. Sidekick, guy in the chair, awkward sibling relationship despite technically being his pet.
The best fish friend you could have in your plans to
Being
get
voiced by
that
David
news
Cross.
reporter Roxanne Ritchie to piss off Metro Man for the
an
19th
important
time
note.
this week. Or for the final time. Children, shield your eyes!
His most powerful invention of all, an orbital death ray that could shatter mountains.
Of
Metro
course.
City's hero.
And I
had
can.
fallen. It was Megamind's time to rule.
And he had no idea what to do next. With Metro Man dead, what was even the point?
Clearly, he needed a new superhero to fight. And apparently, he could just make that happen. With his diffuser gun, he injected this loser with Metro Man's DNA, turning him into Metro Man 2.0, Titan.
Megamind even trained
Can you
himself
read that?
using his
Yeah.
disguise generator and expert acting skills. What a performer! But for all his smarts, Megamind is a terrible judge of character. When
Yep.
Titan turned tyrant, Metrocity needed yet another superhero to save it.
Metro City. Thanks to some encouragement from an old friend, rival, who wasn't actually dead at all and just let all of this happen despite having godlike superpowers. Thanks to some encouragement
that.
from a very experienced friend, Megamind stepped up to the plate.
Hey, he had the moxie for it. Megamind's tanked explosions and dodged electric blasts. Titan was strong enough to toss around a skyscraper, and Megamind put up a solid fight with his mech armor.
A suit specifically designed to mimic the pilot's movements, whether it be lamppost sword fighting, busting a move, or being surprisingly stealthy.
And with quick thinking and some hench help, Megamind taught Titan a lesson he knew all too well. The bad guy always loses.
So the city decided to just forgive Megamind of all his years of terror and destruction and call him their superhero. I guess they didn't really have any better options.
Hey, Megamind took his new role as the city's hero seriously. He even built a suit that mimicked Metro Man's strength, flight, and X-ray vision.
Wait,
Now,
Wait,
the
Susie, in
D-gun
another
is used to
timeline?
make runaway bad
Must
guys
be like one
lose
of
their
the
balance and
games.
get caught. His
Probably.
portal bazooka is excellent for saving people from out-of-control cars. And while the Death Ray might not have been a hero killer, it's certainly great at blowing up giant evil robots.
And Minion was all for it.
Actually, once they went nice, Minion had to legally change his name to Old Chum because of some other Minion-related thing.
Guys,
No, I mean they got a cease and desist from Mr. Minion's Meatsicles.
sounds delicious. I'm still gonna call him Minion. You can't break
Yeah.
up this duo.
Even as Megamind uses his tools for good, destruction still tends to be inevitable. To the point that, as the new mayor of Metro City and his new partner, Roxanne instituted a policy that anyone inconvenienced by a Megamind battle would receive a free cup of coffee. That sounds horrifically right for corruption.
But that's why there's so many Starbuckses everywhere. everywhere. At least the brain bots are covering all the cleanup. It's a messy job being a superhero, but Megamind's finally found his purpose, even saving the city from the Doom Syndicate, which is like 6 of him.
Though not without some self-induced difficulty. You have an instant wind gun on
Wait,
your
yes!
head. Use
Yes!
Hey, with girlfriend, sidekick, and adoring fans to keep him going, it doesn't matter what sort of danger comes to town. Megamind will always rise up as the defender of Metrocity.
It's
Metro City!
City.
Perfect.
I was kind of hoping a bigger crash up, but you know what? They brought it up.
I'm over here, Boomstick. That's the new Death Metal.
Oh yeah, that was the thing I saw last week. The last.
No, don't tell me to market to open my sheet!
Yeah.
What? No, mine's way cuter. Look at it. And you can get one by clicking the link.
They forgot to color one of your arms.
Boomstick, I have a metal arm. I
Okay.
always have. Oh, and if you order it, there's a chance you might get a special version with a gold arm.
That's actually kind of awesome.
You definitely want one.
You gonna get the golden arm?
Maybe.
Your last chance. Click the link below to order your own whiz. This ends in just a few days.
Yeah, I don't need to click to order my own whiz. I can make my own whiz.
Right.
All right, the combatants are set.
So,
and we've
there's a
all
lot of
gathered
comments
for all
with
possibilities.
Megamind,
It's
apparently.
time for
A lot. Oh.
I missed a
I'm
lot.
going for. I'm gonna go for Megamind.
Me too.
No explanation.
Oh god, that
Yeah.
new model does look pretty funky.
Yep.
Ooh, and here I thought it was the hero who chases the bad guys. Ha!
I mean, I've kind of learned to keep my expectations a little bit lower because it's still indie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a new pair of pants.
Yes, sir. Sending you the Sunday Best package.
Take this! Oh.
100% breaks.
I didn't think this was Looney Tunes.
Freeze ray! A dark color scheme! Strength ray! Henchmen who look the same! Laser gun! A genius weaponry! You are certainly a real supervillain!
Yeah.
What?
You're just missing one thing!
Presentation.
And what might that be? Presentation!
Oh, they got a lot more this time.
Assemble! And start the music!
Oh, check that mark in the morning. No, hey, we just fixed that. Come on, sir, smash him. Oh, hey, that's kind of cute.
I like how they lean towards a bit more being funny as well.
Yeah.
You dare challenge Megamind in my own Metrocity? Do you even know who I am?
Well, life is full of disappointments.
Hey!
Oh yeah. Oh no, not Angry Birds.
Now, as you like to say, gun!
If you're going to steal my lines, at least do it properly.
At least he used the dehydration gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works!
Thank you for the help.
Minion, is the death ray ready?
Approaching. Getting there. Almost. Kinda. Maybe. On the way.
Yes! Fire!
Whoa!
Oh, Roxanne's gonna kill me.
Remember this, villain! The good guys always win! This is how it's really done!
a minute. This is all a big misunderstanding. Huh?
Uh-oh. Run! Uh-oh. Yes! Oops.
Oh, work is going to kill me for this.
I don't get this was funny.
Gru, 0 for Will Ferrell.
With so many
Okay, I like
in this
that.
fight, it can get overwhelming trying to keep track of them all.
So we'll break it down 3 ways: arsenal, minions, and skill.
In terms of weapon versatility, Megamind definitely had much more to use. The D-gun alone had enough effects to match what Gru could do with nearly his whole kit. Throw in disguise generators, invisible cars, portal bazookas, and it's a lot for Gru to handle.
Just one problem. Megamind might have had variety, but Gru's weaponry was far stronger in scope. Sure, Megamind's death ray could blow up a mountain, but Gru's shrink ray could take out the moon.
And is much easier to use on top of it. Frankly, much of Megamind's deadliest weaponry would have little effect anyway.
Check this out. When Gru first tried to get the shrink ray, he triggered a missile trap so explosive it created a mushroom cloud. Based on the size of the blast, that's about 4 kilotons of TNT, and all those missiles fired at him from point-blank range.
Shockingly, that's about 38 times greater than Megamind's orbital
Oh
death
my.
ray. And Gru kind of
These
just
ones struck both
walked
their
it
dominions.
off. Megamind's
Yeah.
mecha suit could take big hits like that, but Megamind himself? No.
So Megamind would have a hard time blowing him up, but he could still dehydrate him, disintegrate him, freeze him, or even just turn off his gravity and send him flying into space, right?
Sure, though Gru does have some similar weaponry. As far as Arsenal is concerned, Gru could take out Megamind through sheer firepower, but Megamind could potentially counter with the D-Gun's effects. It's a whoever shoots first wins situation. Their arsenals match up fairly evenly.
But these guys aren't alone. Let's cover Gru's minions and Megamind's minions.
1-to-1, one of Gru's minions was certainly more likely to take out a brainbot. Sure, minions may have the attention span of an iPad kid, but they can effortlessly hack, dismantle, and rewire most machines. Like, you know, Megamind's brainbots.
And they just won't die. Certainly nothing the brainbots have can take them out. For all we know, the minions may be completely indestructible.
To be fair, maybe one brainbot doesn't stand a chance against one minion, but there are far more brainbots than minions in total. 10 times more. And the brainbots are a much more organized and focused unit.
Compared to the vanilla minions, maybe. But the mega minions are strong enough to rip and chomp through metal like wet paper. Aunt Mel's got a history of destroying satellites with a laser beam strong enough to cut through the earth. So it's bye-bye Death Ray.
But we can't ignore the most competent minion of them all. Minion! Megamind's minion. Old Chum.
He's way more competent than Dr. Nefario, can operate all the tech like the mech suit used to fight Titan, and can match Megamind's brains and style beat for beat. Remember that whole presentation bit in the movie? Yeah, that wasn't Megamind, that was Minion.
While Megamind's army lacks the power of, say, the Mega Minions, having a second in command who's just as smart and capable as him makes up for it, making a battle of their underlings too close to call.
So
Yeah,
if neither of them has a clear edge
Right,
in
that is actually
weaponry
close to
or
call.
their henchmen, what matters
I mean,
most
I actually
is
knew
the
it was
tools
close to call,
themselves. But how good or bad they
I always
are
heard
using
different
them,
ways
it
of how
all
close.
comes down to skill.
Both Gru and Megamind have their share of less than genius moments and bad luck. But even in the face of things going wrong, Gru tends to fail upwards, still ultimately completing his missions. Unlike Megamind, who tends to fail much harder before he learns how to succeed.
And we love him for it. It's not like Gru has to put up with Elvis Superman, but even during their villain phases, Gru found some success, unlike Megamind.
Who also has a bad habit of not using his weapon effectively. Like never using the D-Gun against the Doom Syndicate.
Yes.
Because he can get easily flustered, or he just loves showing off. So
Yeah.
it's more likely Gru could succeed in a whoever shoots first wins quick draw situation with their arsenals.
Quick draw is right. Megamind dodge an electric blast is impressive, clocking in around half the speed of sound.
But it pales in comparison to Gru piloting hypersonic ships into space and dodging heat-seeking missiles at Mach 10, meaning he is fast enough to win that quick draw. Gru
Faster than
takes
Sonic.
skill,
Yeah.
which finally tips the scales.
It's funny 'cause he looks
After
like Eggman.
nail-biting back and forth, he
Yeah.
has just enough to land the winning blow first, more often than not.
Sorry, Megamind. I think you losing was a atrocity.
It's Metros. I trust. The winner is Felonious Gru.
Next time on Death Battle.
We get more anime!
Oh, it's Denji versus Yuji. Chainsaw Man versus Kai.
Subscribe and join
That was
as a
a
member
big
to see
matchup I've
more
heard
Death
about.
Battle. Thanks for watching.
I'm not gonna care about spoilers if you're worried about that, and I also don't care about this.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I'll just say my expectations were reached.
I'd say that was a good one. Yes, the model was a bit weird, but every now and again you kind of have to expect something a little bit off with modern because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're still independent.
Yeah. And honestly speaking, I'm fine with the model. I mean, at the very least, it's animated. It looks,
Yeah.
despite
I think
its
it kinda
weird
fits
look,
I think it kind of fits for Gru to look creepy.
it kind of just works.
I never really saw it grew as creepy, so I don't know.
I mean, in this case.
Either way, I would say for the most part, the animation is pretty good.
I'll say I'm glad they leaned a lot more on the humor.
Yeah, because I think those two kind of fit that the best.
Yeah. I actually like how they actually acknowledged at the very end that was just a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, I actually, yeah, honestly, yeah, we don't get a reason. I could believe maybe it's just because whatever group he's working with Gru, you know,
Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing. Maybe, actually they probably could have added that in a little bit, maybe somehow a small
Yeah, they
one
could have.
again.
But I honestly kind of, yeah, I can't believe, yeah, but the way Megamind goes, oh, this is a big understanding, and then death.
Oh, Mark is gonna kill me for this.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, bad get to download in that thing as well.
yeah, very good.
And thanks for watching. If you like, please like, comment, subscribe, and bye.
Bye.
Bye.